No more Bhopals!
No more Bhopals!
People over profit!
People over profit!
Save Abingdon Woods!
Save Abingdon Woods!
Save Abingdon Woods!
Save Abingdon Woods!
Of you guys, that here in the middle of somewhere is this. I mean, sometimes I feel so hopeless, and then I see this, and then how could I be hopeless? It's just so wonderful. And so Hindus for Human Rights and Sadhana are two progressive Hindu organizations that I am part of, that I helped start. Sadhana focuses on social justice issues in the States. It's 9 years old. Hindus for Human Rights started just this summer to do explicit human rights advocacy non-US, and at the moment laser sharp focus on India. And Sadhana does work like if a person or a family wants a progressive priest to do their same-sex wedding, or they want a priestess, or they want their naming ceremony to be feminist, or we have a priest network that will do all those kinds of exciting. It's like a mini reform organization. We also add a Hindu voice to any social justice issue that's U.S., like immigration, sanctuary, and you can see more about. I mean, we go into campuses and talk to students about what is it. A simple question: what does it mean to you to be Hindu, and how does that manifest in this world? You worship. You consider the river divine. What's your footprint? Just making those connections. And Hindus for Human Rights is brand new, and it really rests on the shoulders of Sadhana. We don't really spend time explaining how, what kind of Hindu we are. Are we Hindu? It's really, the house is on fire, let's get the buckets. There's a human rights catastrophe happening in India, like as we speak, and we just want to, and it's happening in the name of Hinduism, and we want to be Hindus expressing that that's not in our name. And there's a lot to say about both organizations, but I invite you to learn about them and join. Bhopal, I was in Bhopal 10 years ago, 11 years ago with my family. My 12-year-old was a little baby running around, and we volunteered in Sambhavna Clinic there. And I want to say just two little hope stories, like you guys are a hope story. One is, through this work, volunteering in Bhopal, I met someone who is a story of hope and transformation. And in this world, whether we're talking about Modi or Trump, we realize that part of the work is to talk to people who we don't agree with and who doesn't agree with us, and believing that somebody can change. That's if we don't believe that people can change, we're just stuck and nothing's going to happen. So one of my friends, Brian Mooney, was a Dow lawyer. He was an attorney hired by Union Carbide. So in 1984, he went along with the Union Carbide group, Warren Anderson and everyone. As soon as this happened, when Union Carbide arrived, he was with them. But then he was a young lawyer, but then he saw everything that he saw, and he came back home to the States, and he changed. He quit, and he went to university to get a PhD in anthropology, and he has devoted his life to this struggle. Like, that can happen.
Right.
That can happen.
Yeah.
And so our sisters and brothers and cousins and uncles who are right now worshiping Trump, Modi, whoever, can change. It's possible. It's possible. And the other quick hope story is that when I was in Bhopal with my kids 11 years ago, my little ones, who are big now, went to the organization Children Against Dow Carbide, and I see them in the news right now. Like, if you look at the news from Bhopal on the 35th anniversary, there are kids speaking out. They're still there, going strong.
Yes.
My kids said to them, "What can we do to support you?" And those kids said to my kids, they said they had just done a campaign called Have a Heart. So these kids in Bhopal went to many kids, cut out colored hearts, and had many kids write words on the hearts, like, please clean up Bhopal, please clean up our water, please bring us health care, whatever they wrote. And then the children took those colored hearts to the center. They went to Jantar Mandir, they went to the Prime Minister, the Bhopal kids said to our kids, go do, Dow is in your country, Union Carbide is in your country, so do a Have a Heart campaign in the States.
Right.
And so my kids and many, many other kids did that. And I just in my mind and in my heart, seeing those little kids express this sentiment of, you don't have a heart, have mine. It's one of the most powerful things I've ever seen in my life. And so, yeah, I guess I'm brimming over with hope right now, and I need it. So thank you.
Thank you. We all do.
So the justifications that they have put forward in their application are not sufficient. So when I look at this and see that you are allowing this type of development to happen without questioning the actual benefits of this project at this location, I wonder, is there some kind of financial reason you aren't standing up for the county residents?
You passed the expansion of the Edgewood Joppa Enterprise Zone this year, which will help Mr. Huber and Mr. Lighthizer, the owner and the developer, to find tenants for the warehouses. Despite, quote, having nothing to do with the Abingdon Business Park plan. Help us help you meet county parkland preservation goals in the Edgewood and Abingdon areas.
Good evening, ma'am.
I am Lakshmi from Abingdon too. I just have one question. What are we doing? Why are we doing this? I mean, trees produce oxygen, sustain life. Trees offer cool shade in summer. Trees color the world in the fall. Trees give message of resilience in winter. Trees bloom and bring hope in spring. Trees provide shelter and so much more. Biodiversity you cannot even imagine. With hundreds of years under their barks, trees offer to those who love them infinite wisdom and grace. Trees are invaluable and precious. And yet,
Anyway, the whole idea of this Abingdon Woods Business Park is ridiculous.